Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Tonight, the United Center in Chicago is the setting for another installment in the Central Division rivalry between the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won their last game Monday night. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
You know, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, the forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton is out there with Harrison, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The season now starting to take shape, Brent. We have a better idea of who the real championship contenders might be.
There seem to be a lot of familiar faces, Kevin.
I agree.
Yeah, always.
But that's okay. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because in the beginning of the year, we have to do those radio shows and make predictions. Some of our predictions are coming true, thank goodness.
I know. We look smart, don't we?
I don't know about that.
No, you look smart. I don't. You look smart.
And how about that stroke from mid-range by Markkanen? The 7-footer with a deadly jumper. That's like a defense's worst nightmare.
Here's Harrison. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the pass to Sexton. Beyond the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Allen outside. Dunn kicks to Levine. 6 to shoot. And it's Dunn in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Osman taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Now, here's Sexton. Dunn covering. Here's Harrison. And that one comes up a bit short.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Allen passes to Markkanen. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Osman. Let's go. Carter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 3. 14 feet away, and Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Allen. Markkanen's got his second basket of the night. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sexton kicks to Osman. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Allen. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Done outside. Allen surveying the D from 12 feet out. The Cavaliers pull it in. The open look here for Sexton. Carter pulls it in.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see him. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Cleveland leading by 4. Sexton kicks to Harrison. Now here's Love. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Harrison passes to Sexton. Three-pointer. No good on the shot. And the Bulls going the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
But it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now here's Dunn following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Drive by Allen. The shot goes down and he gets his game back to even. Allen's got his first bucket of the night.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with Cleveland's head coach. They're looking to break the tie in this season series, and I asked him what he thought the biggest factor would be tonight. He said it always seems to come down to getting a stop. We have to get our hands up and contest shots. If that doesn't work, our guys in the back have to block those shots. That's one of the ways they win games, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Their game plan appears to be putting that defense front and center in this one.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to put their energy early on. They don't want this to become a run-and-gun type of game.
Well, they've got the kind of defense, I think, GA set up so that doesn't happen. As aggressive as they are at that end, it's very hard to make it a high-scoring game against this team.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Something the NBA has tested out in the G League, Brent, coaches' challenges. What do you think?
I think the idea of making sure that the handkerchief matches the tie is a great idea.
Only you would say that. Only you would say that.
I'm just worried with some of the casual styles in the NBA that it's not going to be accessible. But
I think you're right.
I think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to be interesting for the league. But it's going to happen.
Anything to make these coaches do more, make more decisions.
Make more decisions and make decisions that you know can impact whether or not your team wins the basketball game or loses it. Because after a referee makes a determination that you think might be the other way, or they don't look at a replay where you're sure and certain that you could get possession, I'm reaching for the hanky.
Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. To the paint, here's Love, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Kevin, stick-to-itiveness. You heard that? Kevin Love just showed you what it's all about.
Here's Allen. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Allen in the post. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night right here. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Parker out there with Carter. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then there's Allen. And it's Blakeney in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Cleveland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Dunn. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Allen kicks to Blakeney. Back to Allen. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Basket counts. Bulls trail by 7. Dunn dishes to Allen. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Markkanen passes to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Cleveland. Love outside. Back to Clarkson. Love outside. And Thompson kicks to Osman. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot by Harrison, no good. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. It's good. And now just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Stolen by Markkanen. Levine wide open, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Clarkson looking for an opening. Pass to Harrison. Just 5 on the clock. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Now here's Allen. 5 points in the game. Dunn dishes to Allen. Rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Harrison. Kicks to Love. Back to Harrison. Love outside. Thompson passes to Osman. His 3-pointers off the mark. Bulls trail by 3. Now Allen. Down low. And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Harrison kicks to Osman. Thompson outside. Pass to Harrison. 5 on the clock. From deep. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Across the board, Brent, it's hard to find an offensive weapon as efficient as Kevin Love.
Well, he doesn't have the highest shooting percentage for a big man, but his impact is huge because of how many threes he takes and how many threes he ultimately makes. When he gets locked in with that kind of shot, he can explode for some huge numbers. We've seen that in the past.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Allen passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
To the middle, here's Love. The pass to Osman beyond the arc. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Inside, Allen dishes to Markkanen. An easy 2 points on the layup. Markkanen's got 6 here in this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Pass to Osman. And Love has it in the corner. Out to the right wing. Here's Harrison. Drills it from outside. Harrison's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the 3-point line or you risk getting burned.
Now here's Markkanen. A 23-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Here's Harrison. He's got 12. Clarkson, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And stolen by Love. Here's Harrison, guarded by Levine. Pulls up on the wing, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 3. Allen finds Levine. This is it to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. They swipe it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Wizards put on a show. He finished with 57 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Markkanen against Love. Good on the shot. 14 points for Lauri Markkanen.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And stolen by Dunn. To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And checking out the numbers here for Harrison. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Parker comes in for Carter. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Dunn. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Parker against Carroll. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. That shot is off. Nice D from Levine. No good. That would have tied it.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Now, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic. Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Here's Chris after the made shot from Zach Levine. Back to Chris. Shoots over Markkanen. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. When you watch Marquise Chris, Brent, this is a guy who really teases you with his talent, with his athleticism.
Yeah, well, a lot of the highlights for Marquise Chris have the ball being thrown for lobs and Marquise Chris finishing off the big dunks. The interesting thing for him is what position does he play in today's game? Can he become a stretch four, Kevin, to find some minutes and be consistent with knocking down long-range jump shots? The pace of play certainly could help out Marquise Chris with that athleticism that you referred to.
Cavaliers leading. Here's Harrison. He's got 14. He dishes it to Carroll. And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Just 4 to shoot. Harrison kicks to Carroll. Drops in the tray. Carroll's got 7 points.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Pass to Marjanovic. And there's the pass to Parker. Here's Blakeney, covered by Nance. It's Allen on the wing. Here's Blakeney. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the paint. Nance passes to Harrison. He kicks it to Sexton. Carroll against Allen. Carroll finds Nance. Offline from the high post.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Hey there. Well, look, the field's been announced for the three-point contest, and for the first time, you are on the list. How much are you looking forward to this?
All right, man, it's
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Cleveland leading by 4, and so in the game for the Cavaliers, Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Harrison out there with Sexton, and it's Osman in at the 3 spot. Harrison kicks to Sexton from deep, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Allen. Levine with it. He's guarded by Love. Here's Allen. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Passes it to Levine. Allen in the post. That one good for 2. Allen's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Bulls. Cavaliers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his second foul of the game. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And that one's good, Harrison.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now, here's Dunn. Back to Allen. Puts up a 3. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Harrison with the ball for Cleveland. They lead by 4. Here's Osman, defended by Allen. Down low, here's Love. Bucket is good. Love's got his second basket of the game.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here's Dunn. Not a lot of room. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. And that'll be his third foul so far. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Allen kicks to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson.
And 5 turnovers here. He set his team back on the offensive end.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Levine. Misses off the left iron.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
That's in there. Carter with the assist. 10 points for Zach Levine.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Sexton, and he's good on the 3-ball. Sexton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
Markkanen dishes to Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for Dunn.
Tyreke Evans.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now, here's Sexton, covered by Evans. Sexton the pass to Love, and he banks in the layup. Love's got 6.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrews. Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. And Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
Pass to Clarkson, jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Allen finds Moutier. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Moutier's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, just so crucial that Moutier becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
To the middle. Nance dishes to Sexton. Clock at 6. For the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Allen. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Parker comes with the help. And Chris throws it down.
Now, Marquise Chris is becoming one of those guys you got to see when he's jamming it down.
The Bulls leading by 14. It's Allen on the wing. Carroll covering. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
The hands, the anticipation. Nance Jr., a great job there, reaching out, tapping that ball away for the steal.
Carroll against Allen. Marjanovic, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Back to Nance. To the wing on the left. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Misses from the corner.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Moutier kicks to Allen. Now here's Moutier. Carroll covering. There's the pass to Parker. Over Chris. Here's Allen. It's stolen by Nance. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Carter comes in for Marjanovic. And it's done in for Emmanuel Moutier. And Cleveland with a change here too. Andrew Harrison's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Allen, that's good.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Chris, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
That free throw, no good.
Parker playing for Coach K in college. He's got that pedigree as well as a great attitude.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Chris kicks to Sexton. Back to Chris. Over Parker. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Dunn passes to Parker. Here's Allen. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Nance kicks to Chris. To the paint. Here's Carroll. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Allen for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 13. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Carter out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Allen. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Blakeney in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And here is Allen. And it's Dunn in the corner. Back to Allen. Dunn passes to Allen. Top of the key, Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. They grab their own miss. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And right now, at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Harrison kicks to Chris. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely. Carroll against Parker. Shoots from the high post. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Blakeney. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Bulls lead by 20.
And that paints a pretty good picture as to why the lead is as big as it is right now.
Sexton the pass to Carroll. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Levine's checked in for Chicago. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Chris. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Jetty Osman in for Damari Carroll. A wide open look for Love. And that's off the glass and in.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Bulls.
The Bulls leading by 22. Pass to Parker. Allen outside. Parker finds Allen. Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Well, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
And here's Love from the arc. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
In the corner, it's Levine. Feeds to Allen. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Jabari Parker. Allen dishes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harrison. No good that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Allen. It's deflected. To the paint. And the dunk by Love.
Kevin Love showing you he's got a little vert getting up to the rim.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on an 18-7 run. Allen for the 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 3rd assist on the night. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Love against Markkanen. The shot's good from Love. Love's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Here's Allen. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Marjanovic checked in for Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Markkanen. Tyreke Evans is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Moutier in for Dunn. Evans against Calderon. 4 on the shot clock. Fader on the way. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Kicks it to Valentine. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Allen. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
this guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
And Mbaamute's checked in for Kevin Love.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Neto kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Osman. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Allen. Evans outside. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Thompson. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Valentine kicks to Allen. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Allen. The dish now to Valentine. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Mbaamute. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Chris is checked in, and Allen drops them both. Did you ever think, Brent, that we'd see this many players, 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers, handling the ball and shooting like we're seeing them shoot from that kind of distance?
I'm hopeful for it. I've been hopeful for it, and it doesn't surprise me about what the league is. This is a very select group of people that have the right combination of DNA and genetics, and the fact that these guys are more and more capable with their skill set, not a surprise to me, Kevin.
So fun to watch, too. My goodness. Calderon passes to Neto. Here's Osman, defended by Allen. Back to Neto for the three. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now here's Allen. He's tightly guarded. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
How about Chris using a little bit of muscle to get his way, fighting through the contact that time?
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
It's Allen on the wing. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
That's his first personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Here's Osman. To the inside. Here's Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And Chris finding a nice rhythm in this game and getting to the spots on the floor where he can be most effective.
Allen inside. He's guarded by Mbaamute. Allen's shot is off. And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Calderon against Evans. 8 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. Defense was just okay.
Here's Allen. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 4 assists now tonight.
Man, that's exactly the kind of ball rotation you'll want to see from Evans. Throws it to the wide open shooter.
The pass to Chris. Buries it down low. Chris has got 21.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Evans kicks to Marjanovic. Pass to Moutier. He feeds it to Allen. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Well, Chicago's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Allen.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Calderon finds Chris. And that comes off the assist by Calderon.
Trying to build some confidence from the deeper rangers now. Chris wanting to get more consistent from out there.
Now the Bulls with it. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Kicks it out to Evans. Moutier with the ball. Here's Allen. And again.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, GA, you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.